Hello, good afternoon. This is MASKM Store project team. We are Milton, Ahmed, Sufyan, and Karim, and Maher. Today we are going to present the MASKM Store e-commerce applications that we already developed. We'll go through the APIs that has been created by our team through Swaggers. So basically we have admin controller, which has admin will be able to add category, edit category, delete category. Admin can approve product, make product featured, because we added some features that is more than whatever we were asked for. We have something called featured that will bring the product in the beginning of the main screen. And then also the admin can review and approve the reviews. We have also the authentication. We have mainly three rules: the seller, the buyer, and the admin. And everyone cannot interfere the other functionality. We use the security in the Spring Boot. And then we have the product buyer controller, which has almost most functionality, like get all buyer, add buyer, get buyer by username, follow and unfollow supplier or seller, get buyer by ID, get buyer orders, release or place an order. And some of the controller or some of the function include more than one feature, like placing an order will take care of the credit card and payment attributes, will take care of the payment points, and we have status of the order. We have shipped, pending, shipped, cancelled, and returned, and delivered. So if it is pending, once the place order is done, then we increase the points. And if the user or the buyer return, and we have also function for the return, he can reduce the points that is being granted for him when he approves when he placed the order. We have cat controller. Basically, it will add and update the categories. We have product controller. Product controller is done just the product, get product, add product, get product by ID, edit product. And we have the seller. The seller, we have seller registration, seller add, seller all product by seller username, seller add product, seller all the orders of the seller. All orders of seller is used to enable us later on to make the seller be able to change the order status from pending to shipped, or if it is shipped, we cannot cancel it. If it is still pending, he can cancel the order. That's it from the Swagger point of view. And then we have the model, and then we have the model where we have all the domains that we already defined. We will go back to the authentication bit because it's a little bit tricky. We included the security for the authentication. As I said, we have three rules: admin rule, seller rule, and buyer rule. When he registers, he will when the user is registered, he will define either a seller or a buyer. Once he gets a seller, he will have this functionality of uploading products. And if he is a buyer, then he will have additional fields, which is shipping address, billing address, and credit card, and the points. If he is seller, he cannot access the buyer screens and buyer controllers. If he is buyer, he cannot access the seller controllers. That's it from Swagger point of view. Now we are going to go through the code. We try to make it as organized as possible. We have the configuration file, which shows the authentication and rules of each one of the application. And then we have the controller. The controller is neat and clean, doesn't have any implementation, any business implementation. And then we have the service part. Each service has a service interface and service implementation. For example, here add order. Add order, we use it the DTO layer to pull the data from the application, and then from model point of view, we have the repository and the model. This is the repository, which is the persistent layer, and here is our model. If I check one of the models, which is the user, for example, we have all the validation here: size, digits, not empty, at email. All of the validation is happening in the model itself. And now I'm gonna give my speaker to my friend Karim to explain the relationship.
So I'm gonna talk about product and review and how to make orders. Okay, we have a product have a line item, and the line item have a product. Also, the product have many reviews. Okay, this is the product, and this is the fields for the product: title, description, image. We have just one image, and the product also rating, and the rating will get by the average of reviews. Okay, also this is the price segregation. We have this our relationship. We have just one stock, many to one sellers, because the seller have many products, and also the category has many products, many to one. Okay, this is the review. The review it has just many to one product, because we need to go through review to achieve the product. Okay, this is the order. The order has just the line items, list of line items, and order paid.
Last thing that we are going to talk about from backend side is the database configuration. We can from IntelliJ here go to the database and then add, and then from add you can add a data source, which is MySQL, which is the one that we provide the SQL database URL and host and root username and password and the database name. And as you see here, all the domain has been mirrored to our database source. That's it from our backend team, and we are going to hand it over to the front end team now. Thank you.